Hey guys, so as you can tell from the title of this video, I'm turning 21 today, yay! 24th July 1999, I was born. Wow, it's been 21 years, it doesn't feel that long, but it feels very long right now when I say it out loud. But yeah, so happy birthday to me, I guess. And I decided that maybe this video was a right way to celebrate my birthday, not before the pew pew pew, but more of like a introspection. Why am I saying I also don't know. Sorry guys, it's been a long day, it's very late at night. But yeah, I always wanted to celebrate my 21st birthday in very high fashion, glitz and glamour kind of thing. Ever since I was 18, I celebrated my birthday through something special like an Instagram post, or maybe what's that word? A SoundCloud soundtrack which you can view, by the way. All these kind of things, to push me out of my comfort zone. And I decided what better way of pushing me out of my comfort zone than to do a video where I go off script, because my script is like, I did a few takes of this video and the script is useless. And just have a conversation with you about life and about this song that I just wrote, which is, I guess, in dedication to my 21st birthday, because something that I always wanted to do but never had the chance or the heart to do it. I was too scared to do it, basically, to write a song, number one, to release a song, number two, and to write a rap. The song is a rap, like me rapping, it's like a bit, it's a bit different. If you haven't checked it out, please go check it out, because I'll be discussing it over here. And yeah, I'll just talk about the hook and the chorus of the song. So the first line of the song goes, "Is love worth breaking hearts to humanize the enemy?" And I thought that was a very powerful lyric, because as I was writing that song, I was thinking about Christ and his crucifixion, and how on the road to Calvary he didn't really resist anybody at all, but then instead he humanized these enemies, his enemies that were trying to kill him, and he broke, I think, the people that he loved in their hearts when he died, like his 12 disciples, his mother Mary, all these kind of people that really loved him for who he is. I'm sure he broke their hearts to see him hung on the cross, and to die such a painful death. But it's because all in the name of love for his enemies. That's why he's tried to do that, to humanize them. And I thought that was so interesting. Yeah, such a crazy concept. The next line is love worth losing it all and still calling it my gain? So it's a reference to Philippians chapter 3 verse 7 to 8. Sorry, I got to refer. Which is what the Apostle Paul said, where he considers all his works, everything, even though he may lose it all, he calls it still gain, because he has Christ in the end. And I thought that was a very interesting portrait to portray in this song, because it's such a countercultural thing, where I lose everything and I still gain something, and that something is Christ, which is of eternal value for Paul and for Christians alike. So yeah, that's the lyric there. So does love want to stand by me, or would he rather be on a tree? That's the third line. So if you replace the word love with Jesus Christ, does he want to stand by me, or would he rather be on a tree? The tree references the cross. So yeah, that was like I guess a question that I had in my head, and which leads to the last line, which is love still by my side, then why isn't he with me? Because sometimes I feel that God, he's such an omnipresent dude that I don't know whether he's by my side at all. I'm sure you feel the same way too sometimes, but yeah, is he really there for me when I need him? That's the question I had. And yeah, it leads to a bunch of different verses and choruses that I won't go into too in depth, because it will take very long and I don't want to bore you. But it was all written in different perspectives from different people that I met in my life, who had subscribed to a certain ideology. Maybe it's a collective ideology or an individual ideology, I don't know. But this was what they said to me, and it's with regards to God and religion and all these things. And I really wanted to present it in this format, to show you that Christ is always bigger than all our doubts, all our fears, but also at the same time give a bird's eye view of this is what people think of God, or the Bible, which I think is something that I don't really do very often. Think about different perspective of who God is to other people who are non-Christians. And yeah, it's very confusing also, because sometimes God is described as love and justice, and isn't love sometimes contradictory to justice, because he didn't have justice in the end, right? He still died on the cross, he still had to go through the pain, even though he did nothing wrong. So that's not justice. But as I read on and as I reflected more, I realized that that was justice, because Christ, he did rise again on the third day, and that was something that was considered a victory, and that was his form of justice. So as I was writing that song, as I was reflecting this point, I decided to maybe do a introspection section where it's like a narration of what I feel into the song. It's very interesting for me. And how does this all got to do with my 21st? Yes, I'm sure you're asking this question. But I think my 21st, because I feel so okay, it's like a turning point from a child to adult. That's what people say, right? And like 21 Savage, he said like 21. It's like his turning point too. So I always thought that maybe when I hit 21, I'll be an adult and I'll feel like an adult. But the truth is, I don't feel like one now, and I'm sure you do too sometimes, if you're above 21. And I'm guessing maybe it's because of the experiences that I went through, and the sufferings that I think will come in the next years of my life that I'm afraid of. But I remember what Christ said, which is to hold fast to His word, and because He has overcome the world. So this was something that I really trusted in Him for in my 21 years of life. And as I was writing down the song, I was thinking about that line also, and hopefully it translated well in the last few verses of the song. And I always thought maybe social justice and love, always goes hand in hand, and maybe this is the way that Christ shows His love for people, through justice and social justice. So it's time for me to take responsibility of the situations that are happening in the world, and not be so cooped up in my frog in the well mentality in Singapore, and be concerned about people out there who are literally dying in the streets, and to really think of something to help them. So maybe it's a bit like a dedication for the next step of my life, next phase of my life, of what I want to do, which is to help others who are in need, as well as help myself, be more empathetic to these people. I think that's the main reason why I wrote the song, because I wanted to love others the way that Christ has loved me, but I have no idea how to do it, and I think I didn't do it for the good part of my life. But only now I decided to take ownership and really try to be the best man I could be. Yeah. So my question to you is love worth looking out for others beyond your doubts? Is love worth believing in God despite your situation? And I think the time is now to love others, because there's no better time as this. The world is in such disarray sometimes that you start to lose hope, but you realize that Christ is always bigger than that. So I pray that maybe 10 years down the road, when I see this video again, I would respect what I've been doing for the past 10 years. Hopefully I won't be too embarrassed by this video, but yeah, I'll look back and say I've done what I could to help others, to show Christ's love to others. So it's love. I let you fill in the blank. That's all I have for today. Yay! Thanks so much for dropping in, guys. If you've made it to the end, thank you so much. Happy birthday to me. I'm just really thankful for living for 21 years of my life, and I pray that the next coming years will be as great as now. Yeah. Okay, see you soon, guys. Have a nice day. Thanks for dropping by my birthday party, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Bye, guys.